Steve from Disruptive Wealth Creation, like many other, they love Tesla, and it is one of his largest holdings in his portfolio. Shout out to Steve from Disruptive Wealth Creation. Check out his channel and show your support. I'll leave the links in the description. So during the live stream on August 14th, we all asked ourselves, what would be the one stock that you would like to buy if you could only own one stock throughout your life? And Steve went with Tesla. And hear from Steve directly why he chose Tesla.
The company that I would invest in is Tesla, and I like to practice what I preach, and that is my largest holding in my portfolio, which is Tesla. Second is Chris, but we're talking about Tesla. So why Tesla? Well, for me, it's not just about making money. It's also about being part of a company that's got a vision, a mission statement. So Tesla's obviously into sustainable energy. It's trying to improve the environment and everything that goes along with it. That's why this company is important for me. It's a long-term investment. I like the CEO, Elon Musk. I know he does say a few crazy things every now and again, but maybe that's what geniuses do. They have their funny sort of situations. Elon, he's a visionary, he's a scientist, he's an engineer. Manos, you're shaking your head.
He doesn't have an engineering degree.
He doesn't have an engineering degree, but he does understand the mechanics and the science of the work he's doing.
I understand. I understand some things about medicine. That doesn't make me a doctor.
No, fair enough. So, but the point is, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when he goes into meetings, okay, he's got a fair idea of what he's talking. He's not a bureaucrat. He's not one of these sort of like paper pushers that just goes through the motions and doesn't know what he's talking about. So he knows his business. He knows what he's doing. A lot of people do say that Tesla's overvalued, but I think the people that say that tend to make the mistake of comparing it with other car companies. And those people that are involved with Tesla will say to you that Tesla is a tech company. So you should be looking at Tesla and comparing it to somebody like Apple rather than somebody like Ford or Toyota. They've got a couple of factories that are up and running. So we've got one at Shanghai. We've got one in Fremont. Last year, they produced about 500,000 cars, 500,000 cars. This year, they're projected to do about 750. That's if you agree with what JP Morgan says. They've got two factories that hopefully should be up and running either by the end of the year or by next year. And we're talking about Berlin and we're talking about Texas.
Now, one of the questions I asked Steve personally was, do you think Tesla's success would be the same if Elon Musk wasn't there? Look at what he said.
Personally, no. I think Elon Musk is the driving force. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of talented people at Tesla, and it's one of the companies that most people would actually like to join if they could, if they've got the skills. But got the business mind, he's got the focus, he's the one with the mission statement. I mean, you only have to have a look at when he makes comments on Twitter, how things can change overnight. Whether they're crazy things or not crazy things. So I think the company would suffer, but maybe, just maybe, they would find themselves in the same way that Apple found themselves when Steve Jobs unfortunately died and Tim Cook took over. They might go through that transition period where they might have some problems. But because electric cars are the future, I think there is a place for them.
Another very interesting question which Manos from Money, Whiskey and Coffee brought up was that if Tesla needs to be successful, the EV adoption has to increase multi-folds, because currently the number of EV cars in US really pales in comparison with some of the other countries like Europe, Germany in particular, and China. And here's a short clip of that conversation.
What do you think are the biggest challenges in terms of EV adoption that will obviously impact Tesla as well?
I think probably the biggest one is still price. I think people are waiting for the price for the vehicles to go down. In terms of getting more adoption, I think you'll get more adoption in Europe. I mean, because we used to be in the EEC, and when we didn't follow the guidelines, they used to fine us. So, we adhered to the guidelines a lot stricter, a lot more than we do possibly now. So if we miss those deadlines in terms of going over to electric, who's going to fine us? Nobody. But when we were in EC, we would have been fined for not meeting those deadlines. So I think in Germany, in Europe, there'll probably be a quicker adoption. In America, Nora, you probably know more, but gas is so cheap out there, I don't know. You'll have to maybe make comment on that one.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing them put out something that is, what did he say, $25,000? Mm-hmm. I think that could open up a whole new market for people right now. Not everybody can afford to start financing a Tesla, but I think 25,000, I think that price point opens that Tesla option up to a lot more people. I think also once they start maybe doing the autonomous, showing that that's a successful thing, I think that could be a huge catalyst as well.
One of the questions in this live stream for every single stock was that, do you think it is a good price point for the investors to get in? As per Steve from the live chat, he said it is a good price to get in, but let's take a look at the technical chart for Tesla and see where is the price sitting right now. The current Tesla price is trading above its 100-day, 300-day and 50-day moving averages. The upper end of the Bollinger Band is 742 and the current stock price is 717. So it's definitely in an overbought territory. The RSI is about 63. Which I feel like there will be a pullback at this point in time. Now, if you are going to open a position in Tesla, I would wait and watch for a small pullback on Tesla price because it is trading at an all-time high, at least from the last few weeks. And if you're already an investor in Tesla, the best way to invest in Tesla would be to dollar cost average continuously. I hold Tesla as my third biggest position after Apple and Amazon, so I am very bullish for Tesla in the long term. The current price target for Tesla after the split from Cathie Wood is about $3,000 by 2025. So if that is the price target we are trying to achieve, buying Tesla at 700 is cheap. However, as an investor, I always highly recommend to do your own due diligence. When I mention do your due diligence, it involves understanding the company, the products, the services, understanding the balance sheet, how is the company doing financially, understanding the price chart. Take those into consideration before you invest your hard-earned money into any company. Well, that's it for today's video, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed today's content. Let me know if you own Tesla, and if you own Tesla, let me know how many stocks do you own in Tesla, and put it in the comment section below. And again, if you guys own more than 100 Tesla, I would highly recommend looking into covered calls. Here's a link to the video where you can run covered calls on stocks if you have 100 stocks or plus. That will help you generate additional income. If you got value out of today's video, folks, don't forget to hit that like button, click on subscribe and ring that bell notification so that you don't miss out future videos. I'll see you next time, investor family, but don't forget to invest for tomorrow.